So
we got more juice.
yeah, I mean I have my own thing still. I made mine with not simple syrup. It was a sugar-free based sweetener. Not as good.
Oh, but yeah.
I'll use simple syrup next time. I think I can spare the simple syrup sugar from my in my old fashioned. So I told Bob that this topic was going to be a complete surprise. I kind of gave him a little notice on the other two, and this one was good because I think it's a fun topic.
All right.
Let me get some more water. Because I'm a punk and I'm drinking water instead of booze. Because I'm just always thirsty.
No,
I know you know what I mean.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Single servings, a half gallon.
Yeah. So
Wawa.
I figured it would be funny to tell him as we were recording this topic what the topic was. So the topic is how many 5-year-olds do you think you could take? And I think okay, so
this is horrible.
Yeah.
I should say it was it.
Yeah. Oh.
A little bit of Jared from
yeah.
not at all. That's disgusting.
Call me Jared. But
I don't want to know.
I'm not trying to think. I'm trying to think if we're talking killing or just like beating up.
Beating up or
killing. That's what I'm trying to think. Because like they'd have to be attacking you for a reason. So maybe they're mad or something.
Am I armed?
No, just your body.
Just my body.
Yeah. So how many 5-year-olds do you think you could take, potentially kill if you needed to, but take like before they overran you?
What's the quality of 5-year-old? I have to ask this
just
because
a regular...
where I mean, like, what neighborhood are they from?
Yeah, no.
You know, I mean, they're
just your
average.
your average 5-year-old. Yeah,
just
so not very
5-year-old.
coordinated, but you're gonna think
a mix
you're
of
thinking like a Zerg rush.
Boys,
very
girls,
fast.
mixed 50-50.
Mixed, yeah.
Mixed 50-50. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're trying to kill me.
They're trying to kill you. I'm trying to frame it in a way. Maybe they're has some kind of disease where they're driven mad, but they still have the coordination, strength, and everything of a normal 5-year-old.
Sure.
So they're trying to kill
are
you.
they all coming at once?
Yeah. So
or
how many at once do you think you could deal with?
Well, I don't know. That's a swarm.
Right. I mean, you can kind of you're an adult male, and they're kind of uncoordinated.
Sure.
So you can kind of maneuver around them a bit, trying to get some by themselves.
And then, I mean, assuming you're taking the primal too, they're biting everything they can.
Right. Sure. But again, it's they're normal 5-year-old strength, normal 5-year-old coordination.
And they're totally out of their mind. They don't feel fear.
Oh, they might feel fear. Like if
they
you did something horrific to one of them, they might back off.
Because I might do that.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I mean, of course, I would never do that.
Outside of life and death
but like
situation.
in a hypothetical life and death situation, you know what I mean? This
5-year-olds,
a 5-year-old, Yeah, I would probably strike the fear of God.
It might deter them, but they would eventually kind of come back and try to kill you. So just a rough number. We'll discuss. Like, is it 10?
I mean, before I went down.
Yeah,
like how many
exactly.
waves? I mean, because I guess
like
eventually
100, 250, 15.
And then too, like I have my own mental fatigue because I'm in my own right mind, right?
Sure.
And then too, I'm like the guilt maybe of like killing,
I think after
mass
a while,
murder.
Might be like stepping on ants after a while. You never know. Yeah. I meant in the psychological sense where you're just like, whatever. 1 5-year-old, 25 5-year-olds I killed. There's not much of a difference there.
Planned Parenthood's got nothing on me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So
they're there all the time.
Like maybe you could take 10 before something happened to you. But you kind of, I guess the main thing is you want to keep up dexterity.
Bleeding out. Yeah. I mean, like that's what I really think would
they're not
be.
on you. They're like coming down the street, so you have some room to maneuver before they get to you. Maybe.
I mean too. Like if I'm looking at realistic, I'm gonna eventually use tools. I'm gonna get something from my environment. I'm gonna use it to my advantage.
Smack them with.
Yeah. But like you say, if there's nothing available to me,
you're in a field.
I mean, I think it's not even an amount of number. I think it's about amount of time that I could actually just last.
Right, your endurance
and stamina
before you gave out. Yeah. We're not super fit dudes.
Yeah.
So even if they're easy,
I mean, I'm pretty strong, and I could if they're coming one at a time, I would just be like physically snapping necks and shit.
I was thinking more of like grabbing one of them by their ankles and just swinging them at them. You know what I mean? Like using them. Yeah, sure. But that might deplete your stamina.
Sure. No, they can be heavy.
I mean, average 5-year-old. They're like talking about. Like, I don't know how much a 5-year-old.
I mean, like
imagine like 30 pounds.
I don't know. I think a better term is like for me it would be the amount of time. Like I think I maybe like
less an
hour, maybe 2.
So you don't know like so what kind of tactics do you think you would employ against these 5-year-olds?
Oh, everything I can.
Yeah,
like,
whatever.
I mean, like
use.
probably I'm just thinking about like if they're just like methodically coming at me like a small groups at a time. I'm gonna just like incapacitate and use shocks of strength, like maybe like throat, like
punching them in the throat,
in the throat and stuff, which obviously would like
I'm wondering like
collapse.
Are 5-year-old skulls fully developed? Like, can you punch them in the head and like punch into their head? You know what I mean? Like, how does that work?
Like you punch it, like fuck.
It's not like soft. I know it's not soft like a baby. I don't know a lot about child anatomy. Apparently,
no, they're pretty robust. I mean, think about it. When you were a 5-year-old, you fell out of shit, trees, whatever, climbing crap. You can take. It's
your bones were developed a bit. You weren't breaking them too easily.
Yeah. I don't know.
But they're weaker than like a 20-year-old man. You know what I mean?
Sure. Oh, most definitely, yeah. Like one fight with someone who's like your equal or young, you know, you're
versus
better.
A kid or something.
It's gonna exhaust you.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't know.
Like
maybe
an hour and a half. You think you'd last before?
Yeah, maybe if they're coming at a fairly regular interval. Pace. It's not just like a swarm, like a Zerg,
Zerg rush.
Zerg rush, where they're just all there at the sun, and then they're kind of like ripping at my flesh.
Yeah,
kind of.
Sure. You would just give it after a while. So time is the better predictor for you.
Yeah, I think. I mean, as long as it's not a complete Zerg rush, I think it may be an hour or two before they bested me.
Yeah, you're just like you know, you kind of just collapse from exhaustion, probably.
Yeah.
Because I mean, psychological exhaustion too. But like, if it's just physical, doing anything for 2 hours is fine. But like, killing little kids, physically, like using your strength to do that for hour and a half, 2 hours is you're gonna even people who are fit, I'm sure they might last a little longer, or they might be able to maneuver a little bit more. But again, you have to be wondering if you're maneuvering too much, how much endurance.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, like I mean, like at first, I mean, like too is like the other factors come into it. Am I thinking I'm just as a random pack of kids at first? I mean, because I may use a lot of energy at first to try to just avoid the say pack of 5 or whatever kids.
No, you know it's coming, and
I
it's
mean, like
inevitable.
Hey, stop off, you know. No. But if I knew in advance, I'm gonna try to conserve my energy as much.
Got
you
a couple energy drinks in you.
Say those.
Drink a monster to become a monster
or something.
Nothing quenches my thirst like the blood of 5-year-olds. Yeah.
Subway.
Yeah. Oh God. So many Jared jokes. Eat flesh. You know.
God.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Like in terms of number for me.
Yeah.
Like you want to talk yourself up big, you know what I mean?
Like, sure,
I could take like thousands of facts. You know, that's bullshit.
No, it's bullshit. It's gonna wear you out.
Even
if they're just not fighting at all.
Right.
Just the simple act of fucking punching them to kill
your
them.
arms are gonna get tired.
Even just if you just like they just came in, they actually walked up and then you just snapped the neck, just doing this motion.
After a couple hours, you're tired.
Yeah.
So like number wise, though, I'm thinking, I don't know, at least 30 to 50 maybe. Not if they're not like you said, if they're not coming all at once. And I don't have a weapon. That's kind of hopeless, because they'll just climb on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think really what's gonna get you is the loss of blood. Really, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, they'll
because they're biting or scratching. I'm gonna try to protect the vitals and easy areas. I mean, because you got the height advantage.
They're at that ball level. You know what I mean? 5-year-olds, they're just knocking the balls.
I don't know. That might boost my stat a little bit.
Yeah. But boost the energy. Like fuck you. Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah, something between 30 and 50 probably. If they're not coming all at once, just so they're kind of coming at regular intervals, but like different sides.
I guess that's realistic. I mean, like you're saying, I want to talk myself up and stuff, but like I know fighting is exhausting.
Sure.
Like, I mean, even when I was younger, I haven't fought.
Just being up.
That's how I feel now. Like getting the fuck up. Like
it's 10 o'clock already. Yeah.
You know, fuck it. Yeah, no, I mean, even just in fighting, just remember, like, from the last fights I had, you know,
right,
it was
I'm
quite
tired.
some time ago. It's tiring. It's tiring, even just one-on-one.
Especially, it has all those, hormones and stuff, or adrenaline.
Yeah, I mean, because your adrenaline's going to kick in, but, it's like immediate rush. It doesn't last, and then you're kind of, like, sag afterwards.
Sure,
you know what I mean? Because it's, like...
depletes you.
You know.
Spent. That's a word I don't use very much, spent.
Oh, yeah.
Because I always think, for some reason...
It's kind of lost in the language.
Yeah, but I also always think Because Anya uses that word, like for exhaustion, like, oh, I'm spent.
Okay, you think it's more Euro?
No, I think for my growing up, it must have been from a movie or something, but I always think of like when some dude finishes during sex.
Okay.
It's like, oh, I'm spent. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that's what it meant growing up.
Oh,
like,
sure.
I must have saw it in a movie. I probably wasn't supposed to be watching at that age.
Yeah.
But I always thought.
Oh,
it was
like they're in bed, like the guy lights up a cigarette. Oh, I'm spent.
Yeah, or like he's like, you know, like he's mid vinegar strokes. I'm not sure if you know that term. You know that term, vinegar strokes.
No,
So it's like it's a from a show, but it's kind of gotten to the vernacular of popular language for some people, even just people who didn't even see that show. Vinegar strokes is like when you're giving those last strokes in, and it's like someone holds a tablespoon of vinegar under your nose. So like, you know, like I'm not sure if the camera can get that, but like, you know,
yeah,
and that show made it kind of, O face. But the vinegar strokes, I think, is a funnier term.
Oh,
for
sure. It, like this whole conversation just reminded me of I think it was Family Guy. Was like almost the British.
British. Almost. There we are.
Yeah,
exactly. So yes,
British
so we went on. I don't like the trajectory of thought here. We're talking about killing 5-year-olds and then orgasms.
Yeah,
as
because we talked about
yeah. It's just this all an elaborate long con Jared from Subway joke.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know. 5-year-olds.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, like too. Like, I'm sure there's some people. Like, if you think about how other people ask. I mean, like in today's society, I don't think so. But like maybe in the past, you'd have someone who said they just wouldn't fight them. I mean, that's also an option. Sure. Because they just think like, oh, this is the innocence. You know what I mean? I could never harm. Right. But I mean, I think that's kind of bullshit.
No,
in this context, it's they're fucked up. They're already dead.
Something wrong
There's something
with them.
fucked up.
They wouldn't be attacking me for no reason. There's something obviously wrong.
I mean, look at me. There's no way that there's no 5-year-old that feels. Yeah. Well, maybe
unless he thinks you're Santa Claus. Maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh my god, I have a story.
I
about
didn't
that.
get. Oh yeah, Japan.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, unless they're like, oh, Santa didn't give me what I wanted for Christmas. I'm gonna go fuck that guy up. He looks like Santa. You know what I mean?
Beat his ass.
Yeah. No, but kids don't typically think like that.
Oh no.
So you'd have to assume that something was wrong.
Yeah.
And that, I'm gonna try to do whatever I can to live. If it's impossible,
oh sure,
I'm gonna
get
last
down
as
to
long
it.
as I could.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean, survival instinct.
I mean, like thing was like it's the survival is like try to get away too. But I mean,
sure.
Like,
if it's impossible, or if they're just overrun or overwhelmed, rather.
Yeah, it's kind of hard thing to think about because you always think about like the fight or flight and stuff, but like that moment of like it's inevitable kind of, you know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
But when you think about that, it's kind of like you also have thoughts about like what's my purpose? I mean, if I'm saving lives by continuing on, you know, I mean, maybe you'll last longer, but but that's not the case. Then maybe you won't last.
Maybe I'm helping the next guy out by taking out more of these 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The swarm of angry 5-year-olds.
Yeah. Maybe I'm doing the world a service by killing all these 5-year-olds. It's something that's got to be going through your mind.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, like, oh, do I continue on or do I kind of just give in after an hour?
I mean, because it's sometimes life is life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, I mean, if there's no purpose other than sort of your survival, you're gonna try to survive and try to get out of it. But if it comes to a certain point, you're gonna say, it's hopeless.
Sure. Yeah, you're just gonna. I mean, I think anyone psychologically kind of gives up in those odds. If it's like, not. I don't know where there's like an infinite. It's why it's hypothetical. I don't know where there's like an infinite number of infected 5-year-olds with this thing. But yeah, I mean, that's the topic, I guess. It's just that's the case, and how long could we last? So it's obviously not based on any kind of reality. Because I mean, if it really happened like that, I wouldn't have a problem trying to live. But like, any other circumstance, obviously, I don't want to kill 5-year-olds randomly.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
Yeah, it's not a. But you got to think also, like they're very uncoordinated.
Could need like a disclaimer, like scrolling bar.
Yeah. We do not endorse violence toward 5-year-olds. No 5-year-olds were harmed in the making of this film or this topic. That's funny. But yeah. Okay. You think that's it? Are we good?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it for the first, not just video games podcast show. I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna call it. Just podcast show thing. Whatever. But yeah, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and share on YouTube and Facebook and all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Yep.